Indian software professional has been shot dead by the police in California. 30-year-old Mohammed Nizamuddin from Mahabubnagar, Telangana, was gunned down in Santa Clara earlier this month. In fact, this happened on the 3rd of September. Sadly, the family was informed about this death, the police killing him, basically shooting him, only in the last 24 hours. That many days had passed and the family cries foul. In fact, the relative of that boy says it was a very minor quarrel with a roommate that allegedly spiraled into violence and ended in tragedy. On September 3rd, police say Nizamuddin allegedly stabbed and pinned down his roommate. Officers claim that they tried to de-escalate the matter, but when the knife allegedly came down towards the victim, then 4 bullets were fired. He was rushed to the hospital but did not survive. His parents, though, were only informed later. Like I mentioned, his father, Hasnuddin, says that he first heard from a relative about this case, about the death of his son. In fact, the relative, though, tells news channels, while speaking to a news agency, the relative says that that fight was basically over a very petty issue on air conditioner setting. And that fight between the 2 roommates escalated and knives were out. The relative says when the police entered, one boy raised his hands. The police said, "Show your hands." One boy raised his hands and the other did not, which clearly looks like it was Nizamuddin. He did not raise his hand as he may have had a knife. According to the relative, the police fired too quickly. It was a petty quarrel which the police could have handled easily, but they fired too quickly. The family has now written to the Ministry of External Affairs pleading for his mortal remains to be brought back. What makes this case murkier is that just days before his death, Nizamuddin had posted quite a chilling note on LinkedIn. He alleged racism, harassment and even poisoning of his food in his workplace, though. He wrote, "Enough is enough. White supremacy has to end. Oppression of corporate tyrants must end." Nizamuddin had even worked with Google in the past and claimed that he faced racial discrimination there. Now, just a larger question here on what really led to the police striking without thinking. Was Nizamuddin really in a bid to kill his roommate, or was it a petty quarrel that could have been handled better? And the whole the cloud of racism that surrounds Nizamuddin's death, because he's put out multiple posts on his social platforms claiming that he was subject to heavy racism in companies within the United States.